Hello everyone and welcome back to Jewel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you are an old subscriber, welcome back. I know it's been a long time since I've posted anything, but I'm very happy today that I finally made a video on how to grow natural hair. And most of the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today are things that I've personally done and things that have really helped me to grow my natural hair. Before I started my natural hair 7 years ago, my hair was really damaged and it was broken. It wasn't growing, it was dry, and I think it was shoulder length. From 2013 up to now, this is how far my hair has grown, if you can see. So I think my hair has proven me wrong, because I used to think that my hair doesn't grow, but this is where I am now and I'm very thankful. How to grow natural hair. This is what I'm going to be sharing with you. And most of these tips are things that I've actually done myself, things that have worked for me over the years. So stay tuned. So the first thing that you want to do when you are trying to grow your natural hair is to get to know your scalp and your hair. Okay, so this is very important. Before you think of many products and many other things, you have to know the type of scalp that you have and the type of hair that you have. So what you'll be doing is, with each and every process that you'll be doing, from washing your hair, styling your hair, whatever you're doing to your hair, pay attention so that you get to know your scalp and your hair. When I'm talking about scalp, things to be looking for is your scalp dry? Is it oily? Is your scalp prone to infections? Is your scalp tender? Is your scalp allergic? And all these things, you have to get to a point where you know. And that will help you when it comes time for you to be choosing products for your scalp, okay? And then what you want to know about your hair is things like hair density, hair porosity, the shrinkage. How much does your hair shrink when you wash it or when it's humid outside? You want to know if your hair is fine or if your hair is coarse, dry, or is oily. Just get to understand your hair so that, again, you choose the right processes and the right tools for your hair. So when you're getting to know your hair, remember to be patient. Just be patient, because this is not going to be a one-day process. It's going to take you a bit of time for you to be looking at your hair under different situations, okay? And I encourage you not to use too many products when you are getting to know your hair, because if you use too many products, you can end up confused, okay? Because you don't know which product is doing what to your hair, okay? And our hair reacts to different products. And also watch out for different textures on your hair, because many times many people don't actually realize that you've got many different textures on your head. I never used to think that, but after really looking at my hair, I just realized that I had so many different hair types on my head. So that's one thing for you to watch out for. Try to keep things as simple as possible. Don't complicate things at all. Number two is technique and handling, okay? So when you are getting to know your hair, it's also time to start incorporating techniques and handling which is suitable for your hair type, okay? With the right techniques and with the right way of handling your hair, you are preparing yourself so that you minimize as much breakage. You minimize breakage as much as you can. So with technique, what am I talking about again? So technique is the way you deal with your hair, whatever you are doing. Under every process that you do you have the right technique for that process? For example, finger detangling is an example of a technique. When you are washing your hair, what preparations do you need to do to your hair for you to wash your hair? When you are installing a protective style, Does your hair need preparation? And how do you deal with it? How do you handle it? Do you need to put your hair in twists when you are washing it? How do you prepare your hair when you're going to use heat? Okay, so all these things are important because the wrong techniques, they are going to result in hair breakage. And then the handling part, for me, is just whatever you are doing to your hair, be as gentle can be. If you are rough with your hair, rest assured your hair will break. It will leave you. Number three is going to be products and tools. So I'm going to be talking about products first, and then I'll move on to tools. Okay. So products, I think for me, this is one thing that people are always asking me. They're always asking me, what product are you using? What should I use for my hair to grow? Okay, I get it. But before you go looking for so many products, make sure you know the type of products that are going to work for your hair, because remember, products work differently for different people. Okay, even techniques and handling, all these things, they're going to differ from person to person. For example, if you've got very, very dry hair like I have, you need to know that from the time you are choosing your shampoo, you will choose the right shampoo. You choose a moisturizing shampoo for your hair. Okay, to deep conditioners to moisturizers, you got to make sure you are choosing products that are going to be moisturizing your hair. If you've got oily hair, you want to look for products that will reduce that oiliness but will still be able to moisturize your hair enough. So from a choosing of a shampoo, a deep conditioner, leave-in conditioners, moisturizers, oils, butters, hairsprays, refreshers, you name it, gels, so many products, and I'm also very happy that there's now many products on the market. So I'm sure one day you'll find something that really works for you. Give yourself time, try out products. If you're starting on new products, it might be a good idea to just buy samples if they are a reasonable size, and then you try them out, give them time, and see how they work for you. I also believe in hair growth boosters. So it's also time for you to try. You can try out things that can help to grow out your hair. Okay, some people take pills. If that's okay with you, then you can also do that. That's products and tools. The next part under products and tools is tools. Okay, so hair tools are very important. Remember, you have to choose tools that are suitable for your hair type. So when you are going out to choose your I'm talking from your detangling tools to your heat tools, flat irons, hair accessories, hair ties, everything, that's physical, that you use on your hair to style your hair or something, of that order. I've got some detangling tools. As you can see, I've got two detanglers. These are detanglers, as you can see, with this one being very, very popular, this brush. And then I've got this one, and then I've got my wide tooth comb. So I've tried these two products on my hair and they don't work for my hair. These ones, they pulled out my hair. So, no matter how I try to be as gentle as I can be, they just pull out my hair. So my hair type doesn't agree with this. So instead, I just use this on my edges. My go-to detangler is this one. This absolutely works for my hair. This is all that I use on my hair. It's fantastic and it's very cheap and it works. And then I also have this, which is scalp massager, and you can use this when you wash your hair. This is part of the hair tools that you can have. This is so gentle. I use this when I wash my hair, and it just helps to keep the scalp nice and clean. Okay, so that's it with tools. When you are choosing tools, just be very careful. If you use heat, be very careful with the type of flat irons that you use. Your blow dryers, make sure they don't they won't burn your hair as such. So number 4 is protective styles. Okay, so this one I think is very straightforward and it's very easy to do. Protective styles will give your hair a rest that it needs, because many times when your hair is out, like my hair is out now, you know, you're always pulling on your hair, you're always doing something, you always need to detangle the hair, so that will most likely always result in breakage. So protective styles are a good way to just let your hair rest and grow in peace. Make sure when you are doing your protective styles, they are suitable for your hair. Once again, that's really important. I used to do mini twists on my hair and they didn't work at all for my hair. When it was time for me to take them down, my hair was tangled and it had lots and lots of knots. So I don't do mini twists on the type of hair that I have. Instead, I do medium-sized twists or braids, and they work perfectly for me. Make sure it's easy. Also on the edges right here, make sure your protective styles don't pull your edges. I've seen people with very, very beautiful protective styles, but they would be pulling, you know, the hairline. You can just see that, okay, this style is very nice, but the sister is in pain. It's just way too tight. So every time you feel pulling and you feel pain and discomfort with your protective style, just remember it's actually pulling your hair out. You are losing hair. And my advice to you is take it down. Don't wait any longer. Okay, I will tell you a story maybe in another video of how I did a very damaging protective style. Actually, I went to a salon and someone did a protective style on my hair, and it was so pretty, that protective style, but it pulled my hair out and I lost a lot of hair. Now make sure you know who's doing your protective style and you can tell them exactly what you want or how you want them to handle your hair. Okay, don't forget to moisturize your protective styles. You don't want locked hair. When you take your hair down, you don't want your hair to be as dry as can be, because sometimes when you've got a protective style, you can end up like over relaxing and actually forgetting that you need to moisturize. It still needs that moisture, it still needs that care. Don't go too long in your protective styles. You don't want your hair to start locking. You know, I've been there before, where I just thought, oh, I don't want to do my hair, and I just left it in a protective style, and when it was time for me to take it down, it was locked. Okay, and then I was in a bigger problem. You know, I had to be extra careful to take out, you know, the locked hair. Most of it will be shed hairs. They just get caught up and tangled, and it's just a mess. I recommend 3 to 4 weeks in a protective style. You know, if your hair agrees, 3 to 4 weeks is normally fine. You take it down and the hair is still fine, it's still pliable, it's not matting as yet. So that's it with protective styles. 5, which is the last, is going to be patience. Okay, patience. Patience. Okay, so probably patience should have been the first one, because what you need to grow your natural hair is actually patience, because the hair doesn't really grow overnight. Maybe it grows overnight, but the amount with which it grows overnight, you won't be able to really realize it. It's almost like a baby. When they are a baby and they're growing, you won't see it until they are growing teeth and they are crawling. Do everything else that you can, you know, get to know your hair, but in everything that you're doing, just be patient. Let the hair respond, let the hair react, you know, give it time to recover. Sometimes the hair is damaged and it needs that time to recover and to heal itself. Personally, when I started my natural hair, I was so impatient. I was always measuring my hair all the time. And that did not work because it just resulted in me being very frustrated with my hair because my hair wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I was feeling discouraged. I was feeling like, oh, with all the efforts that I'm putting and the hair is not growing. About 6 months into my journey, I remember that very well, not seeing much and almost feeling like, okay, my hair doesn't grow. But then with patience, and try to be consistent with the moisturizing, with the routines, try to be consistent, especially on preventing breakage and dryness. You try to be consistent with that. And eventually I started to see a change, and I just started to build on that. Accept the type of hair that you have. I think very important. People are made different. So my hair, your hair, we're not gonna be the same at all. So it's okay. What you can do is just try to work to make your hair its best, because I believe your hair can give you its best. That your hair can be its best. That's how I believe it. May not be very, 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 very long, but it's going to at least thrive to the best of its ability. So I think that's it with what I've done to grow my natural hair. I think maybe in my next videos, I will need to take some of these topics separately and try to explain what I do, for example, with detangling, moisturizing, and stuff like that. Try to break it down so that you see the process and you see what I do, as well as the products that I use and how I use them. Maybe that will also help you greatly. So I hope this video has been useful to you, and if you are trying to grow your natural hair, I wish you well. I wish for you to achieve your hair goals. I wish for you, for your hair to prosper and to thrive. And I think that's it from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you. Bye bye.